I'm back. Hey, what do you say? Welcome to my channel, A Journey for Passion. I'm your host, Tony Lee Mostello. It's been a minute. I want to start off with the business end of this first because it's been a long time since I've been on, and I apologize for that, but everything happens for a reason, right? First and foremost, some people I want to mention: Kim Michaels, you're in my prayers. I don't want to share what's going on, but I love you. This ain't nothing but a thing. Gonna get through this. Amanda Anderson, happy. Hope your ailment is getting better. Jason Lambert, what a blessing, man. Not that what happened to you. My friend took a heart attack. He's an old friend of mine from back in the day, back in when I worked in the mills. I just want you to know that I really appreciate you allowing me to vent, reach out a little bit. That meant a lot to me. Also, I'd like to make you a moderator for the group, which I will mention here shortly, for the Facebook page to approve and do those things. So we'll have to get together or get on the phone and discuss that because there's just so much going on right now to try to keep up with everything. It's been a mess, and I just let things fall behind due to the things I've had going on. What I was talking about earlier with Jason was on the Facebook page, I extended a group for the people that have subscribed to the channel or subscribed to the Facebook page that would allow you to share, your passions, what you got going on, church events, whatever it is, whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind. And if you have any issues or you want to talk to somebody, there's a good bunch of people on there because they're following the channel. So, feel free to discuss and go through that. And I would need somebody to moderate that because I got a lot of irons in the fire. Speaking of irons, as iron sharpens iron. I couldn't do any of this if it wasn't for you, the subscribers, and the people who have taken the time out of your day to sit and watch this progress. And it is a progression. There's no professionalism here, just professional at being me. And trying to be transparent, open my heart. Also, with that being said, the AJ4P group at Dunkin' Donuts, my tribe there, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. It's nice to come in there every day and somebody say, hey, I watch your channel, or I do this, or I do that. Again, my heart is overwhelmed. Leave your name in the comments so I can give you a shout out. And anybody, comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, if you don't, then you ain't going to be watching. No pressure. That being said, the last show that I did was talking, knowing your value and planting your seeds. And I gotta say that during the time that I've been on hiatus, I planted some seeds. I've kind of rooted my value. And in that is what I wanted to discuss today. 2020, Ascension, and like-minded people. Now, I discussed in the last video how once you set your boundaries and are firm in what you want out of life and what you're going to do, you will draw like-minded people, or you will push people away that are not like-minded. Two people I want to discuss, one will be at the end, but a good friend of mine that I've established a very well like-minded individual, we'll say. And for lack of permission to use the name of this person, I will just say, we'll call him Suz or Suze. It's amazing how some things happen when you just let go and you be in the mental. And allowing myself to be with a like-minded individual and just releasing emotion not putting what I feel into it, but where I want to be mentally. We discussed that, like I said in the last video, about mentally establishing what your boundaries are, what your value is, and where you're going to plant your seeds. And in that, our paths have crossed. And I can tell you it's a true blessing to have somebody to not only be like-minded and almost complete your sentence, but is like a mentor to me too, that I can bounce things off of and share a lot of what I've went through the creation of this channel and some of the friendships and relationships I've established. This person stressed to me that it starts in the mental. And although I discussed that on a video earlier, was I really being in the mental, separating what's in your mind and what you're feeling, because sometimes emotions will get in the way of what's actually going on around you and what you're putting out. And we had talked about, thinking positive becomes positive. You think negative, you're going to draw negative things to you. And I gotta say, what a blessing it is to have somebody that I've really connected with. And not just in a sense of intellectually, but spiritually, friendship-wise, ideas. Just looking forward to a collaboration with this individual. And, everything happens for a reason. And I, thought at the beginning of this show, the people that I'm going to meet are going to be like-minded, or they're going to be, you think that, and you have this idea of how everything's going to go. And sometimes in the mental, you get fogged up in that, and it becomes emotional. It's not coming quick enough, or it's not in the way I wanted to see it, and that's the emotional end of it. But staying in the mental. We have the year-end coming. I can't believe it. The years went so slow, actually, for me, and then turn around and it's gone. And the growth process that I've had and enrichment in my life with individuals that have been involved in the show, to people that have reached out to me via email or, at work or when I'm out and about, is just overwhelming. And I'm lucky and blessed to have individuals in my life that, one in particular that's like a mentor to me, that's actually allowing me to lean on this person in certain aspects, and I'm sure there's things that I help this individual out with too. I would hope so. I would believe so, just because it was just like an instant knowing of souls. And to say that you know somebody on the level of mind, body, and soul is amazing. And what I mean by that is to know someone's mind, what their thoughts are, what their goals are, what their passion is, the body, the looks. Yes, this individual is a beautiful person on the outside, but it's on the inside, in the mind, that really attracted me. And then to say the soul connection of, wow, these are things that I really want to pursue in my life also. And that being said, this community that's risen out of this is giving me the mantra of, feel the fear and do it anyway. And what I mean by that is, when we get in the mental, fear is a thought, no more than a thought. But when you're right mentally, the body will adjust to that, your life will adjust to that if you focus mentally on who you are and what you want to be. And this individual has really helped me along with that, and I gotta say, there's so much truth in that. Yeah, we can be emotional, yeah, we can, have acts of kindness and everything else, but when you're truly yourself, your authentic self, and you come across somebody else that you cross that path and there's that connection of wanting to ascend or reach to a higher level with this person by collaborating. And there's been discussion of that, and hopefully you'll get to watch that unfold here. Looking forward into next year, 2020 Ascension. Are you ready? The 2020 experience. It's a new year. So what have you learned this year? What have you taken the time to say to yourself, I'm no longer going to do this. I'm no longer going to accept that. This is no longer going to be. And this is what is going to take precedence now. This is my true heart's desire. This is where I want to be or project myself or put my efforts into. My mind, my body, and my soul. I can tell you that we can do a lot of things on our own. But this channel is about empowering one another. And like I told you from the very get-go, that I am no better than anybody else. And having a mindset of always being willing and able to grow and take other opinions, and some you're going to agree with and some you're not, but to be open to other things outside of what your boundaries are, and you're going to be tested by that, and some of that's going to come in and it's going to be good. And I can tell you, allow that. Give thought to that. Be in the mental. Be in the mental. In your relationships, be mentally who you are. When you're right here, the body follows the rest of it. The soul will follow with that. And when we talk about ascension, the rising up, don't be in the mindset of I'm above everybody else, but look at it as I'm above what I used to be, and looking down on that and saying, this is where I'm going to. And you're never going to reach that height. If you're always in the open mind of there's always more, and there's always, my mindset was to be able to help those that are in need of help. Why? Because I'm a person that's in need of help, be it financially, be it mentally, be it mind-wise, body-wise, to reach out. And in Ascension, don't rise up above everybody else, but rise up and look down and see who's reaching up. Be careful about that. Be mental about that. Know the people you've dealt with in the past, and those that are with you and those that are against you, and you will have that. And you'll have that more as you start to single-mindedly, mentally, strengthen yourself. You will disconnect from those who are not like-minded, and that's part of it. It's not about being better than anybody else. It's being better for yourself. And upon talking to this individual at length and just really getting to know this person, I believe on a spiritual level, on a loving relationship level, on a friendship level, awesome. And some of the things that this individual has opened me up to, be aware, be in the mental, be what's around you. And think about that. To sit back, think, and watch instead of speak and do. Watch. Draw in, take in. A lot of times you don't have to have things said to you or done to you. You can watch a person's actions. Watch the way they relate to other people. Watch the way they treat people. Watch the way they handle their life, what they do with their money, what they profess and say, but they're doing something else. And that's everybody. We all do that, but in particularly for yourself and your own goals and your passion. What is it that you're reaching to, and what are you trying to achieve? And I've seen that happen now, sitting back and watching, a good example of that. And I'm going to try to keep it short, but here's a story. I have a barber that I go to all the time, and to get a haircut, you either got to be in line early or be lucky to be driving by and that person's there. And this individual's been cutting my hair now for 2 years. His name's Joe, and we mentioned him, I don't know, 3-4 videos back. His family, The Rest, which is a country band, and every member of the group, they're all related. They're all family. And we just haven't had a chance to connect, so I'm still working on a lot of these things that we talked about in the past. But that being said, I went in there. Joe wasn't there that day. And another individual that's there all the time, we've talked about fishing and everything else. His name's Matt. And I said, hey, you cutting me today? And that's a choice I made because a lot of the other people there were new and I needed my haircut. And had a conversation with him. How's it going? Yada yada, typical barbershop talk. And then somehow the channel was mentioned. And he wanted to know more about it, and I had told him. And when this individual had opened up to me, I thought it was amazing. Here's somebody that married his childhood sweetheart, speaks of her better than he would speak of himself, loves his life, just all the different things that they're doing. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. Because how many times you hear somebody talk about their other half and they're a pain in the butt this way, or it's this or that, and the married life and this and that. Now this person just exalted his wife, his partner, his life partner. And you could see it in his mannerisms and in his talk. It wasn't just talk. You could see it, that, how he expressed it to me, which I thought was amazing. Man, I got to tell you, man, you really impressed me. And to have somebody glean towards somebody else, like I was speaking about this individual that I've crossed paths with, is amazing. That in itself is, man, you're geared up for whatever's going to come up. And were there differences between him and his wife? Absolutely. But the one main ingredient was their love and respect for one another, and just lifting each other up. They didn't have to agree on everything, but they agreed on one thing. They loved each other. And of course, I didn't hear her end of it, but I can tell by talking to him, this man truly loved his wife. And it's nice to hear something like that, because usually we get the negative. And especially in a room full of men where, let's face it, fellas, most of us, most men would rather be, I'm bigger than that. I'm not going to put up with this, or I'm not going to put up with that. I'm a man. I'm this or that. No, man, this guy wore it on his sleeve, man. And that really impressed me. So, like I said, Matt, if you get a chance, join the page. Share these things you're telling me about. You're raising these turkeys, and what you're going to do for the family, and the chickens you have, and the fact that you said, man, my wife's a baller. Now, I love my wife and all that. I love that, man. That's good stuff. That's a true man. That's a true individual. It's in the mental. So that being said, one other thing I want to mention, I haven't had a chance to get together with Scott Heiberger from Road to Life Church. If you are in search of a church and you're in the area, this is a great bunch of people, and this pastor is amazing. I think I got to talk to him the one time, and then, friending him, and sharing a couple of, the ideas and bouncing them off when this is a busy man. So I'm hoping to get with him after the holidays. But he has a prison ministry, and I just think that's awesome, man. People that are in prison made some mistakes in their life. They ain't got to live the rest of their life in that. He would take the time to go and minister to these people and speak positive. That's what I want to do with this channel, is encourage and empower. So hopefully, if I don't get a video out before Christmas, y'all have a wonderful Christmas, an excellent New Year. I might get on live or this or that. I'm really looking forward to spending time with my grandbaby and my family. Got to stay with them last Christmas, and I'm hoping I get to repeat that again this year, because that's truly a blessing to me. I love you all. I appreciate your support. Be in the mental. 2020, the experience. Rise. Be above that. Be above what you were this year. Take what you've learned, the mistakes you've made, and remember, be humble in that. By making those mistakes, you have learned your next journey, your next move. Never be ashamed of that, to make mistakes. Never be ashamed to fail, because within failure and being humble in that, be it you were right or somebody wronged you, whatever that is, take heed to that. Because you're blessed. You have the opportunity. You wake up every day, you can breathe, and you've got a new way of doing things. And it's through failure that happens. Continue to fail. I encourage you to fail. Because without failure, there is no positivity. There is no gain. I love you all. I hope that everybody is blessed during this time. Remember what the Christmas season is all about. It's about giving. It's about the birth of Jesus. I hope that you all take the time to bless one another, open a door for somebody, say something nice to somebody besides just, Merry Christmas. Go that extra mile to help somebody out. Take the shopping cart back, put it where it belongs, so that kid ain't got to go out there and in the cold and drag that back. All those little things that comes back to you. And don't do it because it's going to come back to you. Do it because mentally, what you put out will come back to you twofold. Believe that. Maddie Ray, I love you. Bobby, can't wait to see you. Everybody else that's subscribed, please continue to share. I hope that this group, within the group or the Facebook page, just reaches out to you more and allows you to share your things. And that's what I want to do, is kind of give back. And so you could, I want you to come forward and look, this is me and my family getting treated. This is what this is all about. The positivity in life. What are you passionate about? What are you striving for? If you're struggling with something, reach out to the people that are in there. These are all good people. They wouldn't be following this channel. They wouldn't have a heart. If they, just the fact that they're on that Facebook page. So I love you all the people that have supported, my family. Thank you all for the prayers, the uplifting during this time, for allowing me back in to do what I love to do, coming back, 2020 experience, Ascension. Let's rise above what we were and go to where we're going to be and reach beyond that. I love you all. Let's take a journey for passion. Peace. I love you. Abundance.